So, let me get this straight. The Benefactor is a computer from the 1970s filled with the banshee predictions of a dead old woman enacted by a young banshee hearing the comatose thoughts of a half-burned werewolf. I'm going back to reality TV. This is a lot. Okay, so hi. First of all, hey, how you doing? I made a video yesterday saying, "Oops, I missed the other episode of Teen Wolf, and I had to wait." So I didn't watch the episode that came on last night because I missed the one from Sunday night, and the one from Sunday night was the same one from Monday, so I didn't have to miss it. I am not, in touch with reality, so that's a thing. I'm going to have to deal with that and move on with my life. But in this episode, like you learned a lot of stuff, realized a lot of things happened that, well, let me put it this way. Let's talk about the things that didn't happen, that still aren't explained. We all sort of know that Parrish is a phoenix, right? But I guess that's going to be something they're not going to explore this season. They're just going to, they set a dude on fire and let him walk into the police station covered in ashes. But nobody's going to talk about that. Everybody's like walking around like it's cool. Nobody's talking about that. I guess that's something that's going to happen in season 5, I guess. I don't know. I feel like we should know something about that. There should be a conversation. There should be an old Phoenix man that tells him who he is or something. Something. I don't know. But what we did learn in this episode is that it's a lot. I'm trying to be rational, but it's a lot for me to hear that the Banshee girl, Meredith, is in the police station, right? They pick her up for whatever. They find her like, you're supposed to be dead, but you're alive. Why are you alive? You're supposed to be dead. So they pick her up and they take her to jail, and she's at the police station, and she's like, "I'd love to talk, but I'm not talking to anybody but Peter." And I'm like, "Well, why you want to talk to Peter? I knew that I knew he was the benefactor. I knew it was him. Why else would your name be on there, right? Your name not on there. You're the only supernatural thing in town and your name not on there. You got a freaking griffin or whatever, or phoenix. You got one of those on your list, but you don't have yourself? Come on now." So I thought that must be what it is. So they go get Peter. Peter comes in. Peter talks to her. She's like, "It was all you, I'm doing what you said, blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "Bitch, I don't know what you're talking about. We ain't never met." And turns out this stuff has all been orchestrated by Peter in his mind while he was in a coma. Wow. And she heard it while she was laid up in the hospital right next to him. So, like I said in the beginning, this is a big stretch. How you predict something like that? You can't predict something like that. A computer from the 70s ain't got no monitor. It needs a key, a literal key to turn on and off. Like, that's insane to me. But, I mean, look, I guess the point of the show, the point of good shows is to try to keep you guessing and never actually be able to figure out the real plot. And that did a great job. I would have never thought a supercomputer from the 70s was the villain. Like, hidden in the house. Like, somebody had to know it was there because, like, the cord is connected into the wall with a very modern cord wall thing. Because back in my day when they did that, it was just like a real rough hole, and then there was a cord sticking out of it. So somebody did that, you know what I mean? There's got to be somebody who knew what was going on. I'm pretty sure Meredith wasn't in there drywalling the situation up. She didn't do that. So somebody knew that stuff was back there. So episode starts with like these wolves getting attacked. Let me ask a question. How come all wolves are like, I have to tread carefully, hot? I like, and I don't mean like, but like, there's no fat wolves. And I'm only saying that because, like, as you can see, I got the little widow's peak. I'm kind of hairy. I could be a wolf, you know. But nobody never called me to be a wolf. I can do that all day. I make all them sounds, but nobody's never called me. I can't be a wolf. Why? I mean, those twins, they turned into one big wolf. Why can't I just turn into one big wolf by myself? I'm a big dude. We could do that. MTV, where you at? Let's do something. Holla. So that's one of the questions going through. Everybody's like hot, slim, like, hey, I just got off a 17 magazine model shoot. I could be a wolf. And then they get the job. I'm getting off topic. But my point is, so this whole thing is happening, and Scott's fighting off all these wolves. They go to the spot. They go to Argent's like hideout spot or whatever, and all the wolves, who I thought was dead. Satomi's pack must have been massive, because didn't they show an episode where it was just a bunch of wolf corpses laid out over the countryside, and that was supposed to be her pack? She still had like 20 people left, so her pack must have been ginormous. And for them to be like in the shadows and nobody know about them is like crazy. Like crazy. Nobody can smell them or nothing. You know how funky like 80 wolves are? Like you should be able to smell some of that. I don't know. I think it's just like wow. So they're battling like this whole army of killers who want to collect on the money, and they're going back and forth, fighting. It's just so many people. Scott and Malia get back together, and they're trying to figure out the whole situation with the tape, and they get to the house with the supercomputer. Lydia is with Meredith trying to get into her head and figure out what she's doing. And like all this stuff comes to her head when they find out that there's something behind the wall. Meredith explains the thing when Peter does the neck thing and takes her memories of what actually happened. And it all comes together and it ends great. It ends. Bad guys should lose. That's fantastic. Then they end it with a, I'm going to sneeze right now. I wish I could edit that out, but I don't have time. So what I'm going to do is, it ends with like they're in the sewers. Peter and Kate, who's a bitch. I love her, but she's like, come on. So they're on the ground, and she's like, Peter's rattled because he's like, I really didn't know about this shit. I didn't know I was in charge. I started this shit. I didn't know that. And she's like talking to him, and she's like, you're gonna puss out on this plane. You're not gonna do it. And he's like, no, fuck yeah, I'm going to do it. I have to kill Scott. I want Scott dead. Now, only reason he could want Scott dead is, and Meredith said, like, he's the real alpha. No, you're not. You're not the alpha. You were the alpha. You were the alpha, but no, not anymore. Like, no. So he's like, I have to kill Scott. I'm going to kill Scott. Drop the water hand thing he did. Like, he was really like vicious about it. So my theory is, like I said in previous videos, he's just gradually sapped all the energy out of Derek, right? And he's after Scott's, once in a generation alpha-ness. And he's like, I gotta kill him to get it. So, like he's always said, he just wants power, and that's his MO. That's what he's going to do. Yeah, I think that's the end. I just want to say this was a really good episode. Explained a lot of stuff. I don't know if I buy the explanations. They're kind of crazy, but in a good way. But like crazy. You know what I mean? Like crazy. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. This video is going up right now, so you should probably see it in about an hour or so. I'm going to make a video come out later on this week talking about the future of this channel because True Blood is done. Fall of Skies is about to be done, even though I haven't done a review of that since episode 3. God, I'm sorry. And I don't know what's going to happen with Teen Wolf. So I'm going to make a video explaining what I think we should do with the rest of the channel. That's about it, guys. Deuces. No.